Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Julia Royston of BK Royston Publishing, Royal Media and Publishing, and the Book Business Boss Consulting, helping you get your message to the masses, turn your words into wealth, and be a book business boss. Well, as you can tell, I'm definitely on the road. I am not in the big black chair. So it is festival season, it is conference season, and getting my products and services, getting Mr. Royston and I products and services in front of new people is what we're on the road to do. So, if you've ever thought about publishing a book, if you ever thought about writing a book, let's have a conversation at talkwithroyston.com. All my other websites and online stores are located at juliaakroyston.com. That's JULIA, another ANKROYSTON. So because I'm not home in the big black chair, the Wi-Fi, I'm at the mercy of the folks, right? So bear with me, bear with me. I have that disclaimer up front, so I'll try to move through as fast as I can. And over my left hand shoulder is my latest in a 3 book series, Ask, Seek, and Knock. And so Knock is available now, and will be, available in paperback, ebook, and audio, all three platforms and formats in very shortly. So super excited about that because um, that was like going back to the beginning, a command. It wasn't a client ask. It wasn't the industry asked. It was God asked. So so today we're going from Matthew 7 and 8. For everyone that asketh, receiveth, and he that seeketh, findeth, and to him that knocketh, it shall be open. Now, the part, I don't know if it gets anybody excited but me, but it does say for everyone. For everyone. I realize you say, well, that's a King James version, whatever. But baby, I grab a hold to anything that says for everyone, all, or shall, or will, or he promises. For everyone that asketh, receive it. Now, that receiving, you don't necessarily get the response sometimes that you want or that you desire. You're going to get an answer. He's not sitting on the throne and not hearing you. He's not sitting on the throne and not answering you. And most of the time, I would say the majority of the time, the reason why you say, oh, he didn't respond. No, he responded. Maybe not in the way you wanted and the answer you wanted, but everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be open. To him that knocketh it shall be open. Now that shall is a definite. That shall is a promise. Uh, it it shall be. But the first thing though is that the door is open for us, but is it my door? Am I trying to knock on a door that's not mine? Ah. Oh, I woke this. But is it for you? Oh, that somebody else walked through that door. I can do it too. Well, yeah, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Yeah, but if it's not designed for me, if I don't have the gift, talent, and ability and character to keep me there, is that really my door? Everyone that asketh receive, everyone that knocketh it shall be open. But you got to make sure that you're knocking on the door that you're supposed to have, that you're walking through the path and the plan that he has for you, and that you're not seeking something and asking for and seeking after something and knocking on doors that's not for you. So that is the first thing that I would say for you, is that you gotta the door is open for you. That the door that he means for you to have is what the door you're supposed to be going through. And sometimes, now I've experienced this in my life. As the old folks say, you eat the meat and throw out the bones. But there are some doors that seem just a natural fit that it didn't open. It wasn't for me because other people want doors to be open for them. Like, oh, yeah, it's very nice, and I love it when my husband opens the door for me. And as a female, is I'm gonna be honest, it's sexy. It's like, woo, yay! I love it. I love it. And that's on that relationship, and that's on that level. But then there are some levels that that you can't have people open the doors for you. Now, in my life, it's different for me. It's different for me. So that's the reason why I'm going to quantify it as disclaimer. There are a lot of people that have door access that I know. I know them personally. And even some, I don't necessarily know them personally, but I've had access to. And when I've had access to that, it seemed quite naturally that I could have an ask, I could seek them out, and possibly knock on that door. But this is where it gets, different for me. God said no. Any doors gonna be opening, I'm opening them. Because other people opening doors, sometimes they take the credit for the door. So the door that's open for you and the doors that are going to open for you, you're going to look back and say, yeah, you formed a relationship when you open. Yeah, I mean, God does use people. But when it's all said and done, it's going to be you and me. It's going to be to God be the glory. The song that most people who know me is kind of my signature solo and been requested many times. I don't sing it much anymore, but I still give God all the glory. He still gets it. Because the ideas, the creativity, all of that go directly to him. Because not all the time, now, I'm not going to say that all the time, but sometimes people, when they open doors for you, they want something in return. And it's not necessarily money. They just want all the credit all the time, every time. And so some doors God is only going to open for you. And you've got to make sure that the door that you're knocking on is the door that you're supposed to have. You're not trying to follow somebody in. Okay. So, they got those revolving doors that go around. Yeah, I'm all about doors today. Got revolving doors. And sometimes, I'm a big girl, sometimes the revolving doors are, made so you have like 6 or 8 in them. And so they're really not designed for 2 people to go through. But then sometimes you get those revolving doors where it's going into a hotel and they know that you may have rolling luggage with you and they only have it so that 3 people can, 3 spaces as it's spinning, and you can roll your luggage in there and, you can get through it. And so sometimes when Brian's going through ahead of me, and I have no problem with that. I have no problem with him being lead. I have room enough of being with him at the same time. And so that today, sometimes people are trying to jump in somebody else's space, ride in on somebody else's door, somebody else's favor, somebody else's influence. They, somebody pulling a red wagon and they sitting on top of the wagon, and they riding on somebody else's strength, somebody else's creativity, somebody else's ideas. Oh, I'm gonna keep coming because I'm gonna get you. Somebody else's idea you copied and thought it was going to work for you, and it worked a little bit because you followed the model to a T. There are some things, some people, some information, some things that you don't get, even though you follow the pattern. You're not going to get that because you're not them. That's number one, and you will never be them. You're unique. Everybody's unique. You'll get a certain level of result, but it won't happen like the other people. So be you. Because everyone that asketh receiveth. And everyone that seeketh findeth. And everyone that knocketh, it shall be open. But the door for you. Excuse me, the door that God intends for you to have. The plan and the path that he has for you. That's the reason why you have to seek him first. Seek first the kingdom and his righteousness and what he has for you. I know the plans that I have for you. I know the doors I want you to go in. And some doors are uncomfortable. Some doors are unknown. You never been down that road before. You never been down that path. But when you get down it and you move through it and you work through it and you get out of your feelings and you just lift up both hands and say, I surrender. God, you got this. It will bless your life. It will protect your life. It won't always be easy. It won't always be perfect. You won't always do everything right. You won't always say everything right. But if you keep moving in the plan that God has for you, it will work out for your good. All things work together for the good to them that love God, to them who are called according to his purpose. His purpose, like the fork, it's not designed to kill people. The fork is designed to be something to eat with. If you're using it outside of its purpose, it may be your purpose, but it will not be the fulfilled purpose of what it's designed to do. So therefore, you need to ask God, what door do you want me to go through? What door do you have open for us, open for me? Where is my door? Where's my access? And help me to have the strength and character and a fortitude and consistency and persistence to walk through that door and to be all that you intended for me to be. I recently had a meeting with someone, and they kept telling me all the other things other people were saying and all the other things, ideas and suggestions from other people, which is good. There's wisdom in the multitude of counsel. We found that, that's in the Bible too as well. But when it's all said and done, you can get all the ideas you want. You can see all the options for the doors that you want. You can have multiple gifts and talents as you want. You eventually have to go back to the creator. We have to go back to the source of our strength and the strength of our life. We have to go back to him and say, what would you have me to do? Now, if you're like me, I'm 62 and don't have no problem telling nobody. I'm proud of it. And realize I have more years behind me than I do in front of me. I don't have time to waste. I don't have energy to waste. I don't have money to waste. So therefore, where should I be? Now, sometimes it's a great opportunity, and I say, what do you think? And God doesn't say anything. He doesn't say yes or no. And that's usually a free moral agent opportunity. I have to look at my budget. I have to look at my husband. I have to look at my opportunity and see all the business things. And then there's sometimes he said, oh, yeah, you're going to be such and such a place. They're going to reach out to you. Somebody's going to connect you. Yeah. And then there's sometimes, no, he yells, no. I don't even need to check with Brian. It's just a no. We ain't doing that. And so therefore, there are some, since those opportunities arise, that I know there's going to be a lesson I'm going to learn. If he didn't say no, don't go, or yay, that means, okay, it's left up to you, big girl. I'm giving you your free moral agent rights to make that decision. But after that, know that there's usually a lesson. Good, it's not necessarily bad, but but I asked him. I saw him. What do you think? What do you think, God? Mm. He says nothing, then I go to the next level. But sometimes it's for my protection, it's for my direction, it's for my learning. Sometimes it's so that I have something to talk about, something to teach, something to instruct somebody else who comes down that same road, and I realize, oh, okay, it really wasn't for me, it was for other people. But are you knocking? Are you waiting on somebody else to open the door? Are you seeking? Are you relying on somebody else to do the seeking, and then they find, and then you say, oh, there's a blueprint, there's the pattern, then I'm just going to follow it? Or are you asking for yourself? And what, because sometimes the plan and the path that God has for you may wind up in the same destination. You might end up in the same room, in the same door, in the same arena, in the same conference, on the same panel. But the direction and the path for you to get there and the lessons that you need might not be the same as others. But back to my beginning, Matthew 7:8 says, but for everyone that asketh, receiveth. And he that seeketh, findeth. Gonna take some energy, gonna take some effort. And him that knocketh, it shall be open. And him that knocketh, it shall be open. More to come, more to come. I hope that blesses you today. I hope that helps you. If more than anything else, start thinking. Am I asking God anything? Am I seeking God anything with the right motive? And have I been knocking the right door for me? Because everybody who's knocking is going to open. So that you can live your best life. Coming up at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right there on envision-radio.com, where Praise Meets Talk. If you haven't downloaded the free app, I don't know what you're waiting on. Just download it. You can be able to hear some incredible music and some wonderful programming 24/7. And then coming up at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Spike Davis and Friends show. Tune in for laughs, music, and more. And then Tuesdays is the Book Business Boss show. 10:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on envision-radio.com. The replays are at the Book Business Boss Podcast.com. So all of season 1, 2, and 3 is there. And a great many of season 4 are already there. Writing, publishing, promotion, and the book business. So if you're ready, if you need help, if you got answers, whether you're self-published or not, you got answers, but you still got some more questions. Hello. Tune in. I'm taking you step by step along the journey with me. So Book Business Boss Show, Tuesdays at 10:30 a.m. The replays of the Book Business Boss podcast. And if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, Spirit-Filled Christian Bookstore. If you're in Greensboro, North Carolina, or can get there, stop by Ben's Boys, eat you some good food, and then browse to Next Chapter Bookstore and Gift Shop in Greensboro, North Carolina. Brew and sip, get your coffee at 2860 Packerland Way, and then browse the shelves in the back with plenty of BK Royston Publishing books back there, and Royal Medium Publishing's on that shelf too as well. Yeah, we got kids' books and adults' books. Come on through. Denami Bookstore and more, 636 South 18th Street in Louisville. And then the Book Nerd Fam mobile bookstore. They're traveling the country. So check them out on Facebook, Book Nerd Fam, and where they're coming next to an area near you. So you can purchase Knock and the whole series Ask, Seek, and Knock at the RoystonRoyalBookstore.com. That's RoystonRoyalBookstore.com. And then coming up, June 21st, we will be from noon to 8 p.m. at the Madam Walker Legacy Center's 4th Annual Legacy Fest Block Party in Indianapolis. So look for us on Indiana Avenue in the Vendor Village. And we'll be there from noon to 8 p.m. on June 21st. And then there is Summer Fall Workshop Series. Now, I know some of you say, I need help. Well, the first in this series is Write That Book Now workshop coming up July 29th. So we got time to get yourself together. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Put the kids to bed. Put a movie on. And you slide in your office with your laptop and meet me. Write That Book Now workshop from 7 p.m. to we'll probably end about between 8:30 and 9 p.m. Register at RoystonClasses.com. You'll see all the workshops that are available in the summer fall workshop series, July, August, September, and October. So tune in for more and more. That is going to be coming up in that summer fall workshop series. And then mark your calendar for September 26th. There is a special Book Business Boss Profit Masterclass that's coming up then too as well. So look out for more. I'll be talking about that more, going live about that more, and getting you ready to take your book to the next level. So join me, bookmark RoystonClasses.com so you can join in and so that you can ask, seek, and knock on the doors that God has for you. I'm Dr. Julia Royston. My prayer is always that you live your best life because I'm here to build people to build the kingdom. Be blessed and have a great day. Bye-bye.